Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and it's funny because after the Tag Team Divas match, I predicted that the next match would be the Wyatt family six-man tag. John predicted Owen Ziggler, and even though he was right, I'm getting what I wanted immediately after. So here we are with the six-man tag.
Yep, here we go. Is Ryback and Eric Rowan going to start things off here? And Ryback going to be the aggressor there with the shoulder thrusts in the corner. And, I do think that the Wyatt family will come out on top here. I think they are going to have some steam going into WrestleMania, but it really would be something if this ragtag collection of misfits and Ryback, Kane, and Big Show were able to pull off the win. So we'll see what happens.
And I don't think that it's even an impossible task because Bray Wyatt is at ringside. Eric Rowan is in this match, and we all know how much of a weak link he is in the Wyatt family. So honestly, even though Braun Strowman could easily cause issues and Luke Harper's a wild card, if they're doing the right thing right now, they're isolating Eric Rowan.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Rowan, the established weak link, so I can't really blame this team to your point, isolating him, cutting that ring in half, making sure he can't get to his Wyatt family brethren, and tagging in a more suitable partner to try and take control here.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, but hopefully they can maintain that advantage, because when the Wyatt family get in control, I mean, that's not good for anybody. And Eric Rowan, though, is just having a really tough go of it right now.
Yeah, Big Show actually opened his jumpsuit up and is chopping the crap out of him.
Yeah, now let's see here. Just a body shot there.
Head into the turnbuckle, and we're going to get the big guy.
Yeah, big guy back in here. Big Show and Ryback working fairly well together. Kane, I don't really think has seen much action yet in this matchup. And, it's funny. I mean, I'm just gotta wonder. I mean, these guys are bound together because the Wyatt family has attacked them, separately. I mean, Kane has a lot of history with this group. I think he has the most history out of, the three people on the opposite team. So
I think you could argue that Kane has the most history with the Wyatt family in general out of everyone. I mean, maybe Roman Reigns could have an argument there, but Kane was the person they debuted against and first abductive. And yeah, I feel like he's interacted with the Wyatt family a lot more than most people on the roster.
And now Luke Harper, and Luke Harper, very interesting strikes there that he's executing on Ryback. Luke Harper, to me, has always been one of those guys.
Oh my God, a drop kick.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Luke Harper is like 6'7", 275 pounds, and he just did a freaking drop kick to Ryback.
His athleticism's off the charts, man. I think he's capable of a lot more than he's allowed to show being a member of the family. And speaking of...
It's funny because he's the furthest thing from a cruiserweight, but he is the cruiserweight of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, and speaking of guys that are holding back, now here comes Braun Strowman in now.
Have you ever listened to the Wrestling Observer?
No.
Dude, the one dude on there, Brian Alvarez, does this obnoxious thing where even though everyone knows it's Braun Strowman, he always says Braun Strowman. He always overpronounces his last name, and it gets on my nerves so much.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being too pleasant to listen to on a regular basis.
Even when he's trying to be serious, like, the rumor now is that The Undertaker's opponent will be Braun Strowman. Like, shut up, dude, it's Strowman, come on!
Yeah, it's not that hard. But then again, neither is Ciampa, and we see how tough of a time... Yeah.
Graves got it right once and hasn't gotten it right since.
Which, how does that even happen?
Bad direction.
Yeah,
Someone literally had to tell him, hey man, you know that pronouncing his name right thing that you're doing? Stop it.
Exactly. But I thought we wanted to have a well-informed audience. You fool. That's the least important thing on the list.
Yeah, I mean, the more informed our audience is, the more likely they are to think, and we don't want that.
And thinking leads to being critical. And I want everybody to lap up everything that I provide with a greedy smile.
Yeah.
And
that
Kane,
sounds more like Vince, though. I mean, in NXT, Vince doesn't really do much with, so it had to be someone else.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
Big clothesline there from Kane to Eric Rowan. I think everyone kind of expected this to be a bit of a boring match. I'm just kind of waiting for the Strowman Big Show face-off to happen.
Yeah, you and me both. I think that's really what this whole match is kind of building up to for me anyway. And I think for a lot of people, you included there. And, after that, whenever this match would just care to end, I mean, that'd be great. So...
Listen, match. I don't dislike you, but if you could just end, that'd be really wonderful.
Yeah, it's like I don't loathe you or anything, but relative to the rest of the card, you're really looking like you took up unnecessary space.
Why are
So
you here again?
yeah, I don't even know. And why did you close that one Raw again? Seeing the end result of this match.
It's funny too because it's like the WWE they've been painting this match for months now. They've been building to it with all of these random Wyatt family attacks. It turns out they weren't random, and that would be great if there was any actual story involved other than just the Wyatts beat these guys up and now they're banding together.
Yeah, and it would be nice, if they were attacking people that actually have a future with the WWE.
Ryback
it'd be
does.
Ryback does, so I don't
Big
really
Show's going to
mind
be around
him.
for 2 more years.
And Kane, I can't even put a number on Kane
Kane,
anymore.
honestly, Kane should just retire with The Undertaker at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, really. They can ride off into the sunset together.
Brothers
And
of
Braun.
Destruction. More like Brothers of Retirement, am I right?
And the Wyatt family, much like the pace of this match itself, taking the torment nice and slow to the opposition.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a slow pace as long as you have reason to be invested, which we don't.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Like, I don't think the WWE realizes that, like, big man matches and slow matches can be really, really good when you have reason to care about who wins. But when you just
Yeah.
throw them in a match together with no consequences, and it's a big man match and it's slow paced, you're going to bore the absolute shit out of the crowd.
I mean, and yeah, now we got this rest hold here that Luke Harper's working on Kane with a match again with an already slow pace. So, I mean, I almost feel like a tiredness setting in here.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I think one of the biggest fallacies in wrestling is that people are getting shorter attention spans and don't care about slower paced matches anymore because of how desensitized we've gotten to it. That's not the case, because you can still work a slower match. I mean, look no further, and it wasn't a big man match, but look no further than Sasha and Bayley in their Iron Woman match. That was not a fast paced match whatsoever, but the story leading up to it had people so invested that we were just hanging on to every single thing that happened in the ring. And
Yeah, I mean, I could even give a more controversial example given the names that I would be invoking. I think back to a match like John Cena versus Randy Orton, Breaking Point. I believe 2009 was when they were trading wins back and forth. Their I Quit match. I actually enjoyed that match, because the pace was just so slow. And, Randy Orton was really methodical in how he was implementing pain on John Cena and the story they were telling. There's no viable story here to me being told right now. So I just really find it hard to sink my teeth into it.
oh, Ryback just hit Punk's running knee in the corner, and another one. It's hilarious because back when Punk retired, Ryback called that move on Twitter his.
Yeah.
It was like, I called a running knee, and I forget what it was, but there was something else. Sheamus will probably take the rest. And now he did the same thing with Barrett. He said, I call Wasteland, and there was something else that he called from Barrett, and that Sheamus would probably take the rest.
Wow. Ryback getting all in there before
Dude,
the
all
bodies
these
even.
scoop slams. Oh my god.
Yeah, Ryback. Although I'll give him credit, I like that Ryback's infusing the scoop slam with his feed me
Oh,
more
and there's
taunts,
the
trying to get the crowd
Goldberg
into
over
it.
the shoulder slam. And Eric
Well,
Rowan breaks it up. Dude, you know what? I don't care. People hate Ryback with a burning, like, Big Show level passion. I freaking love Ryback.
I just love that, he just kind
Oh,
of
here we
embraces who
go.
he is.
Strowman show.
Oh, yeah, this is the confrontation we've been building to, folks.
Oh, there we go. Never mind. The Big Braun Showman.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Good catch.
Wow.
That was impressive.
Yeah, it was. Holy crap.
Catch on Strowman and Rowan's part. I think Rowan might have hurt his knee though.
Yeah,
No.
it didn't look too good.
Show takes down. Oh, I don't know like that. He took down Strowman with a spear, but now Big Show's down and out. I think Big Show might have hurt himself.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Big boot, big boot, big boot. Oh, wow, we got a meat hook from Ryback. Dude, I'm telling you, if the baby faces win this match. Oh, roll up.
I'm just gonna face
Nope.
palm like I always do.
He kicked out. Super kick. Oh my god, he didn't even need to like step up for it. He just stood still and delivered it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh!
Ryback's. Oh, wow.
That wasn't,
But
I
no,
mean, that was more Samoan drop than anything.
yeah. And he got, oh my god, he got it. Oh my god.
Didn't
Oh
I
my
tell you?
god.
Didn't I
That's,
tell you earlier on that there is a chance that Strowman will not be beaten, but the baby faces will still win? I told you.
and Eric Rowan didn't even eat the pin. That is ass. That
Luke
is
Harper. You
ass.
know what though? As dumb as that is, and as much as I hate that that was the result of that match, if this ends up leading to a Ryback versus Luke Harper singles feud, I am so in on that.
You know it won't, though. They don't give a fuck. That was
Clearly.
ass. I could,
You know
I
what
should.
though? I feel like who was it? Was it Good Mic Work or Adam from What Culture that said they might have the Wyatts lose this just so that we let our guard down and don't think about the fact that they're probably going to show up in the main event to cost Brock the title.
Oh my, I don't even know, man. And
I think it was Good Mic Work that said that.
like, it's not that they're necessarily wrong, but why even jump to those kinds of hoops? Just do it.
Yeah.
Just have them interfere and have them have the credibility beforehand, so I could get excited about a faction being dominant. This is nothing but a group of losers.
That's the thing,
Oh,
though. The only person that lost in that match was Luke Harper. You know, obviously Eric Rowan already didn't have any credibility, but they didn't do anything to hurt Braun, and they didn't really do anything to hurt Bray, unless you want to just say that this means that he's not as good of a leader.
which, I mean, I think that's starting to be implied, though, Ashton, because when you come together as a group, even if you take a loss or a pin or whatever individually on the chin, it starts to become reflective of the group as a whole.
Yeah.
I saw a comment, I don't know what it was or what video I was watching, but somebody made a really great point. That, with Eric Rowan being kind of the established jobber, and now Luke Harper eats the pin, how does that make the faction look? The Four Horsemen didn't have any jobbers. Evolution didn't have any jobbers. I'm not asking Eric Rowan to win a world title or for Luke Harper, to do anything big. I'm just asking these guys to get some steam once in a while. God,
Yeah.
that's frustrating. That's really fucking annoying.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we have our first real major disappointment of the night, and we got our first John rant of the night. So we'll see. We'll see if anything else develops, and we'll be back on the next match whenever that decides to start.